welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. And I am in Kent. I have come down for Mother's birthday weekend. And today it's been raining because it's Bank Holiday Monday. And we went to the garden centre, which is a law here in the UK. On a Bank Holiday Monday, you have to go to a garden centre. All in all, I've had quite a chilled, relaxed weekend and not really done a huge amount. The only creative and entertainment type news I have is that we went to see Have I Got News For You recorded on Thursday, and that was at the Riverside Studios in Hammersmith. So it's just down from the Apollo near the Riverside, funnily enough. And it was so cool. It was really fun to see it. They do film quite a bit more than actually goes out on the programme. For those of you who don't know, it's a satirical programme based on the news of the week. And it's had the same two people on the teams, which is Ian Hislop and Paul Merton. And the funny bit about the show that was broadcast on Friday, and it's going to be broadcast again tonight, which is Monday, is they actually did a little funny bit just before they even, ostensibly before they started recording, but obviously they were recording because they put that out on the show. And I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was just a little warm-up, but there you are. Speaking of warm-up, the warm-up guy was interesting in that he was very funny, but I'm not sure why, because he had no jokes. It really was just bouncing off the audience. It was total audience interaction, as I say, with zero jokes. And he got away with it because people were laughing. And it got me thinking, this is easy. Anybody could do a warm-up, surely. You don't need to be a massively good comedian for that. On the teams were two contestants. Contestants, is that the right word for a comedy show? There were two contestants. One was a news reporter, Lise Doucette, that was her name. And the other one was, I think her name was Chloe Petts. And I've seen her, she's a comedian, and I've seen her actually perform her comedy live. And she's pretty good. And I'll tell you what, she was very funny. She was on Paul Merton's team. And Paul Merton typically is really good with the quick one-liners. And she was very good in the first half of the show until Paul Merton warmed up, and then he sort of took over. So it was interesting to watch that dynamic. But they are not as quick as you would believe. It's a lot of editing, taking out the spaces, and they don't always know the answers, which I find fascinating because I thought they all knew the answers. So that was a recording. I obviously didn't have to pay for the tickets. I got those tickets. So I bought Mum a present of a hamper from Highgrove. From the King, although it does actually say the Prince of Wales, so I'm not sure why they can't change that, because obviously he's been a king for some time now. But she got a hamper of goodies, including strawberry jam, marmalade, blackberry jam, all the goodies anyway. Looks lovely. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating, as they say. Obviously, being in Kent, I persuaded Mother to take me to Hobbycraft, and I've bought 3 more pencils. That's the extent of my artistic endeavours. Since, actually, no, it's not true. I have been accepted on a week course, which is an introduction to animation. So it's a week-long course, and I don't know whether to do it or not. I'm amazed that I got on the course, to be honest. It's completely free, but I'm wondering whether I should do it for a number of reasons. But one of them is I'm going to be the oldest person there. You just think, it's going to be aimed at kids. So I'm pretty surprised that I got in. But there you are, I did. And last things last, Baby Reindeer. I actually watched the entire series. Mother and I binged watched over 2 days, 3 days, a few days anyway. And now I'm wondering why people told me I should watch it. I can't help taking a little bit of offence at the reason, because it's always been, whenever anybody said watch Baby Reindeer, it's always been just after I'm talking about stand-up comedy. And you think, is this because I'm a shit comedian? Much love and gratitude.